Hi, I'm Robert Metexatos. Next to me is a page from Laurence Sterne's Tristram Shandy, a novel and fictional autobiography published serially from 1759 to 1767. This marbled page was remade for each of 4,000 copies of the novel's first edition, meaning that each Tristram Shandy was rather unique. What Sterne refers to here as the motley emblem of his work is sort of a demand for his readers. You'd better read my work well and look below the surface. This is prescriptive, but it's also quite ironic. Sterne was considered radical in his day for experimenting with everything from a novel's presentation to its narration. This is motivating one of my research questions. What lies below the surface of Tristram Shandy's many digressions, satires, ironies, and bawdy statements? Sterne's masterpiece remains a slippery text in early novel studies that eludes a consistent thesis. What I think this thesis could be, though, is firmly tied to birth, life, and death throughout the novel. A central premise of my argument uses the late theory of French philosopher Michel Foucault to think through the unique set of sociocultural problems that emerged alongside the early novel and are aestheticized in Sterne's work. Particularly, I endeavor to explain the development of what Foucault conceptualizes as biopower in relation to Tristram Shandy. For Foucault, biopower is a set of political mechanisms that emerged throughout the 18th century that focus on life and foster it, but also regulate it. Think of hospitals, prisons, charities, etc. The body is ever important to biopower's calculus. It is also the way I'm relating 18th century parliamentary biopolitics to Tristram Shandy, which is replete with bodily disfigurement, injury, disability. Sterne's work, by foregrounding the body, is responding to biopolitical mechanisms that exert power over Tristram, specifically the family institution and obstetrics. I analyze how Tristram's digressive narration as well as complex representation of the body are employed as tactics against what Sterne sees as the negative outcome of a biopolitical society. This framework allows for my subsequent theorization, which links up the body as a represented concept to Sterne's body of work, together as a sort of ethical/formal resistance to biopolitics. We are left with a serious reflection on how we might resist a society that regulates bodies and does not truly care for them. Shandeism is Sterne's term for living a happy life through a healthy body. This moral philosophy infuses for Sterne enough wit and happiness to prevent power's hold over life. It has been an utter treat and difficulty to read below the surface of Tristram Shandy's laborious digressions, but it is as Foucault said, search for what is good and strong and beautiful in your society and start from there. Then you will know what to do. Thank you for listening.